Beyond Good and Evil was released by Ubisoft in 2003 and was almost immediately labeled a commercial failure. However, a steady stream of lauding reviews and an ever-growing cult fanbase has vaulted BG&E into one of video gaming's biggest cult classics. While Ubi claims to be working on the long-awaited sequel, they gave us Beyond Good and Evil HD, a high-def remastering for the Xbox Live Arcade, to help us wait. Does it retain its classic status, or should it have been left safely in the vault of our nostalgia? BG&E is a third-person action game that draws many cues from the Zelda franchise. However, where Zelda leaves off, Beyond picks up. The story is easily the main reason for playing this game. A young woman named Jade on a planet called Hillis is drawn into an alien war with a race called the Doms in order to protect her lighthouse full of orphan children. Along the way, Jade and her adopted uncle Paige join a clandestine organization in order to uncover a conspiracy regarding the Hillis government agents, known as the Alpha Sections. It's a dark, atmospheric tale chock full of great characters, and it still holds its own against modern video game stories. As mentioned, the game plays out very much like Zelda. A large overworld connects to a handful of dungeon areas, Alpha Sections hideouts that Jade must explore to uncover the truth. Within the dungeons, Jade will sneak around, fight enemies, and collect new weapons, which invariably must be used to defeat the dungeon's boss. Collection side quests and minigames offer nice distractions from the main quest, and you will know how much you will like this game based on your reaction to what I have just said. It's a formula that has been done before, a lot, but the tone and art direction are much more unique. The game has a very distinct style, somewhere between realistic and cartoonish, and I believe this art direction allows the game to hold up after 8 years. The beautiful blue-green color palette makes every area interesting to explore. The bump to HD helps out a lot as well. It doesn't make the textures any more high-res, but everything fills out the screen nicely without any nasty expansion grime. The gameplay itself is where BG&E really dates itself. Combat is a largely simplistic one-button affair. You basically just mash it and point the stick at the enemies until you're done. Fortunately, other forms of gameplay keep it from becoming too repetitive. Jade is a photographer, which means you're required to take pictures of all the evidence you accrue. It's a very cool mechanic, especially since you can take pictures of whatever you want and save them for your own use. There's also plenty of vehicle racing and combat, which is quite fun. While inside dungeons, you won't be fighting so much as sneaking. This is probably the game's weakest point, as the sneaking mechanics are tedious and simplistic. Guard AI is simply terrible, letting you get away with all kinds of reckless behavior. Even when I first played the game years ago, I thought the stealth portions were sloppy, and they haven't gotten any better. As mentioned previously, there are a few side quests, but apart from these, there's really nothing more to do in Beyond Good and Evil. The main quest is sufficiently lengthy, but there are no bonus incentives to replay the game upon completion. Beyond Good and Evil is a classic, and just like any classic, parts of it are severely dated. But this HD remake is the perfect way to experience this stunning game, whether for nostalgia's sake or for the first time. Story gets an 8.5. The post-credits cliffhanger has had me waiting for a sequel for years. Design scores an 8. It's derivative of other games, but with enough unique twists to keep it interesting. Presentation pulls in a 7.5. The game looks old, but a lovely art style and HD keep it very playable. Gameplay gets a 6.5. This portion is the most outdated piece of the game, but a good variety keeps things moving. Replay value gets a 6.5 as well. While still fun a second time around, your experience will be the exact same. Finally, I give Beyond Good and Evil HD a 7.5, and my excitement at the prospect of a sequel has been successfully rekindled.